You might think this is just another random video that landed in your feed, but deep down you know that nothing is truly random anymore. There's a purpose behind the unease you've been feeling, behind the growing heaviness in the quiet, and the way familiar sounds have begun to feel unfamiliar. Even the birds. Have you really looked at them lately? The clusters on the power lines near your window, the lone crow that always seems to appear around your car, the sudden flurry of bird song at a strange hour that makes you pause. They're not just birds, they're messengers. And their message has been trying to reach you, buried under the distractions and static of a world that was never truly yours. This message is meant for those who have been chosen. If you're hearing my voice right now, that includes you. The days of uncertainty, of disconnection, of questioning your own sanity, those are behind you now. Every instinct you have pushed aside, every odd coincidence you couldn't explain, every shift in the air you tried to ignore, it's all converging in this very moment. The Great Awakening isn't approaching. It has already begun. It is unfolding around you and within you. Get ready. What I'm about to share will bring clarity where there was only confusion. It will link pieces of your reality you didn't even realize were connected. But before we move forward, I need a sign that you're prepared to receive it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 to align yourself with the shift that was always meant for you. And once this video finishes, let it play again in the background. Let its frequency settle in. You were meant to see this now, in this exact moment. It was designed to reach through the fog of fear and doubt and help you see the truth that's been waiting there all along. By replaying this message, you are affirming your willingness to receive the guidance being offered to you. Chapter 1. A Message in the Air. Let's return to the birds, because this isn't symbolism. It isn't poetic. It's a real, tangible sign. One of the first and most persistent signals that the veil is lifting for you. The patterns have been shifting for some time, weeks, maybe months. You've seen it, whether you've let yourself recognize it or not. It's the way they fly in formations that seem too perfect, too deliberate, forming shapes and lines in the sky that hold your attention for just a second too long. It's the sound. The chirping is no longer just background noise. At times, it sounds like a language you almost understand, a code just on the edge of your perception. There have been moments you've been deep in thought, wrestling with a problem or a feeling of despair, and a single sharp call from a bird has pierced the air, breaking your train of thought and making you look up. That is not a coincidence. That is an intervention. The natural world operates on a frequency that is pure, a frequency that cannot be easily hijacked or manipulated like the media, the internet, or even the conversations you have with others. When the higher forces, the guardians of your destiny, need to send a critical message to a chosen one who is surrounded by interference, they use the purest channels available. They use nature. The birds are the messengers, the first wave of a grand communication plan designed specifically for you. They are trying to tell you to look up, to look beyond the immediate fabricated reality in front of you. They are signaling that the atmospheric pressure of your life is about to change. Think about it. How many times have you been walking, lost in your own negative thoughts, and a bird has landed directly in your path, forcing you to stop and acknowledge its presence? How many times have you heard tapping at your window, only to find nothing there but the memory of a fleeting shadow? These are not random acts of nature. They are targeted, precise attempts to get your attention. They are the heralds of a monumental shift. This is happening because the timeline is accelerating. The period of subtle hints is closing, and the period of direct revelation is beginning. The birds are the alarm clock sent to wake you up before the building is demolished. Their message is simple. It's time. The illusion is breaking. Prepare yourself for what comes next. You are being taught to see again, not with your eyes, which have been trained to see only the cage, but with your soul, which recognizes the language of the universe. This is the first test, chosen one, acknowledging the messengers. Once you truly accept that they are speaking to you, the content of their message will become clearer, and the events that are about to unfold will begin to make a terrifying, exhilarating kind of sense. Chapter 2. The crumbling walls of your reality. Now that you are listening to the messengers, It is time to look at the message they have been delivering. Look around at your life. The job that once provided you with a sense of security now feels like a prison. The daily tasks, meaningless and draining. The friendships that you thought were your foundation have started to feel hollow. The conversations, repetitive and superficial, as if you're all just reading from a script. The plans you made for your future, the goals you were so sure about, now seem foreign, like they belong to someone else. Do not mistake this for depression or a midlife crisis. This is not you failing. This is a controlled demolition. The walls of the reality that was constructed for you are being systematically torn down, brick by brick. And it feels chaotic and terrifying because you were taught to believe those walls were meant to protect you. They were not. They were meant to contain you. Every part of your life that is currently falling into chaos, every relationship that is ending, every plan that is failing, is a liberation. It is the universe clearing a path for you, forcibly removing the obstacles you were too conditioned to remove yourself. Chosen ones are not meant to live in the small, prefabricated boxes of a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, and a predictable, stable life. That is the reality designed for the masses, to keep them docile and predictable. Your spirit is too vast for that container, and it has been suffocating. The discomfort, the anxiety, the feeling that everything is going wrong, that is the sound of your spirit finally beginning to breathe. The universe is answering your soul's desperate, silent screams for freedom. This demolition process is precise. It targets the weakest points first, the job that kills your soul, the friends who drain your energy, the habits that keep you numb. It may feel personal, like an attack, but it is an act of divine love. It is better to have the walls torn down by a force that has your best interests at heart than to let them slowly crush you over a lifetime. You are being pushed out of the nest. You are being forced to fly, and you will not be allowed to crawl back into the broken shell of your old life. The comfort you are losing is the comfort of the cage. The security that is vanishing is the security of the prisoner who knows the routine of the prison. Embrace the chaos. Lean into the collapse. Every piece of your old life that falls away is making room for your true life to begin. This is not an ending. This is an excavation. You are being dug out from the rubble of a life that was never truly yours to begin with. The ground is shaking because you are finally remembering how to stomp, how to command your space. The birds told you to prepare. This is what they were preparing you for, the freedom of having nothing left to lose. Chapter 3, the people who were placed in your life. As the walls crumble, you will start to see the people standing in the dust with a clarity that is both shocking and sickening. You need to understand a very difficult truth. Many of the people in your life were not there by chance. They were placed there. They are agents of containment. This is not a paranoid fantasy. It is a fundamental truth for every chosen one. They are the gatekeepers, the energy vampires, the subtle saboteurs disguised as friends, family, lovers, and colleagues. Their job, conscious or unconscious, was to keep you small, to keep you distracted, and to keep you doubting yourself. Think about that one friend who always seems to have a crisis right when you are about to make a major breakthrough. The family member who, under the guise of caring, consistently points out the risks and dangers of every new idea you have. The partner who loves your potential, but subtly undermines your confidence so you never actually achieve it. These are not coincidences. These are assignments. These individuals are drawn to the immense light that every chosen one carries. Some are drawn consciously, knowing they can feed off your energy to fuel their own empty lives. They are the parasites. Others are drawn unconsciously, their own fears and limitations compelling them to try and extinguish any light that reminds them of their own darkness. They are the firefighters of the soul, rushing to put out your flame because it makes them feel the coldness of their own existence. The great crumbling is exposing them. And as your frequency rises, you are becoming incompatible with theirs. This is why conversations suddenly feel so jarring and empty. You are vibrating at a level they cannot reach, and the connection is shorting out. You are speaking a language of truth and authenticity that their script-driven minds cannot process. The sudden urge you have to isolate yourself, To pull away from social gatherings is not antisocial behavior. It is your soul's self-preservation instinct kicking in. It is guiding you away from the radioactive sources of energy that have been poisoning you for years. You will feel a sense of guilt. You have been conditioned to be a people pleaser, to be the stable one, the giver. Letting these people go will feel like a betrayal. You must understand, the only betrayal is to continue allowing them to drain your life force. Their role in your story is over. Thank them for the lessons they taught you, lessons in discernment, in setting boundaries, in recognizing deception, and then let them go. Let them fade into the background as you walk forward. Some will get angry. Some will try to guilt you back into your old role. Do not engage. Your silence will be the most powerful statement you can make. You are no longer available for their programming. The demolition has cleared the structures. Now it is time to evict the squatters who are living in your energy field. Chapter 4, Reclaiming Your Stolen Energy. For years, you have been living in a state of perpetual exhaustion, haven't you? You wake up tired. You go through your day in a fog, feeling like you're moving through water. You have moments of inspiration, flashes of your true, brilliant self, but they are quickly extinguished by an overwhelming wave of fatigue or apathy. You've been told it's stress, burnout, maybe a vitamin deficiency. The truth is far more sinister. Your energy has been actively stolen. Chosen ones are born with a direct connection to a source of universal energy. You are a power plant, a generator of immense light, creativity, and spiritual vitality. And from the moment you were born, a parasitic system has been hooked up to you, siphoning that energy for its own purposes. The agents of containment we just spoke of were the primary conduits for this theft. They fed on your optimism, your kindness, your hope. They created drama to feed on your emotional reactions. They belittled your dreams to feed on your disappointment. You were their battery, and they have been running their bleak little worlds on your power. But now the system is breaking down. The crumbling of your old reality, the removal of these people from your life, these events are cutting the lines. The siphoning is stopping, and for the first time, all of that energy that was being rerouted is now flooding back into your own system. This is why you feel so strange. You might be experiencing sudden bursts of energy at odd hours, an inability to sleep because your mind is racing with ideas, a surge of anger or grief as you process the years of theft, a clarity so intense it's disorienting. Your body and mind are recalibrating to a level of power they have never been allowed to operate at before. This is the reclamation. You are taking back what is yours. This newfound energy will feel raw and untamed at first. You need to learn how to wield it. This is the time to pour it into yourself. Pour it into creative projects you abandoned long ago. Pour it into learning new things that genuinely excite you. Pour it into moving your body, into walking in nature, into reconnecting with the earth that is trying to communicate with you. Do not waste it on arguments with the people who are leaving your life. Do not waste it on mourning a past that was a prison. Every ounce of this reclaimed energy is precious. It is the fuel for building your new reality. The chronic fatigue was a symptom of your enslavement. The brain fog was a tool to keep you from realizing the truth. The apathy was a blanket to smother your fire. Now the enslavement is ending, the fog is lifting, and the fire is roaring back to life. You are not broken, you are being drained. And now you are finally, truly plugging back into yourself. Chapter 5, The Memories That Are Not Yours. This is where the journey gets deeper, and you must be brave to face this next truth. As your energy returns and your clarity sharpens, you will begin to question everything, including your own mind. You will start to examine the foundational beliefs you hold about yourself, and you will make a terrifying discovery. Some of them are not yours. We are not just talking about the limiting beliefs passed down from family or society. We are talking about something more profound. We are talking about implanted thoughts, manufactured memories, and conditioned fears that were deliberately installed in your consciousness to keep you locked down. Think about your greatest fears. The fear of failure that paralyzes you before you even start. The fear of being seen, of taking up space. The deep, unshakable feeling of not being good enough. Where did it truly come from? Can you trace it back to a single organic event? Or does it just exist? A constant humming background radiation in your mind? For many chosen ones, these core wounds are not the result of personal experience. They are artificial constructs, a form of psychic programming designed to hobble you. You were born with boundless potential, so the system that feeds on humanity had to install a governor on your engine. It had to plant a virus in your code. This is why you sometimes feel like a stranger in your own head, fighting against a part of yourself that works tirelessly to sabotage you. It's because it's not you. It is an intruder. The Great Shift, the message from the birds, is a powerful frequency that is disrupting this programming. It is like an antivirus program that has finally been activated. This is why you may be experiencing strange mental phenomena, flashbacks to events that feel both real and unreal, a sudden revulsion to old thought patterns that you once accepted as your own, a feeling of detachment from your own past, as if you were watching a movie about someone else. You are witnessing the deconstruction of a false identity. You are shedding layers of personality that were never you. This process can be incredibly disorienting. It can feel like you are losing your mind. You are not. You are losing the mind that was given to you so that you can reclaim your own. You must become a ruthless detective of your own consciousness. When a negative, limiting thought arises, you must challenge its origin. Are you mine, or are you a part of the old programming? You will know the difference. The voice of the program feels heavy, repetitive, and dead. The voice of your true self feels light, expansive, and alive. The bird's song is the frequency of freedom. Let it wash through your mind. Let it dissolve the alien code. You are not the sum of your fears or your failures. Those were just stories told to keep the giant in chains. The giant is now waking up, and it is beginning to realize the chains are made of smoke. Chapter 6, The Truth of Your Lineage. Once you begin to shed the false memories and the implanted fears, a tremendous void will open up. The question will echo in that new, silent space in your mind. If I am not who I thought I was, then who am I? The answer to this question is the most protected secret. The very reason the system works so hard to keep you contained, drained, and programmed. You are not who your family name says you are. You are not defined by the town you grew up in, or the documents that list your identity. You are the descendant of a powerful and ancient lineage. This is not necessarily about royalty or fame in the human sense of those words. This is about a spiritual and energetic bloodline that carries a specific power, a unique cosmic signature. You are from a line of healers, of builders, of visionaries, of guardians, of truth tellers. You are the reincarnation of an energy that has been instrumental in the evolution of this planet for eons. This is why you have always felt like an outsider. It is why you could never quite fit in, no matter how hard you tried. You were a lion trying to live among sheep, a star trying to pretend it was a street lamp. Your very essence is different. Your soul carries the memory of what it is capable of, and that memory has been in constant conflict with the small, limited life you were forced to live. This distance is the source of the deep, aching loneliness you have felt your entire life. You weren't lonely for people, you were lonely for yourself, for your true tribe, for your true purpose. The evidence of your lineage is all over you. It is in your strange obsession with a particular historical period or an ancient culture. It is in the natural and trained talents that you possess, the skills that you just seem to know how to do without being taught. It is in the profound wisdom you sometimes speak, words that seem to come through you rather than from you. The crumbling of your world is designed to bring this truth to the surface. Information will start to find you. You will have dreams that are more like memories, visions of other times and places. You will meet a stranger who says something that unlocks a piece of your past. You will stumble upon a book or an image that feels like coming home. The universe is conspiring to return your true inheritance to you. It is not money or property. It is your power, your memory, your purpose. You are not a random collection of atoms. You are a legacy. You carry within your DNA the accumulated wisdom and strength of ancestors who moved mountains, who spoke with the stars, who built worlds. The system tried to make you forget. It tried to sever you from your roots, but it has failed.